like she believes.
No,
right?
I didn't. I feel like honestly,
okay,
this whole show,
well, then,
like people just put words in my mouth.
Wait, Andrew.
Wait, what? What did I do?
Is that a rage quit?
What up, guys? Welcome to my reaction series. Today we are reacting to Andrew Wilson making a woman rage quit. We love watching Andrew do that, so we're gonna watch. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I can understand him respecting accountability and respecting that all of that. I just don't know why it would make him feel worse or better that you making him wait. And
Okay, wait.
Jim,
Wait,
that you just had
wait.
to wrap your legs around right away.
But you're stating this.
Yeah, okay. So women make men wait that we target for long-term relationships, and for short-term relationships we don't. That's, the trends. I mean, the reason being is, there's two guys. There's the fun guy and there's the guy that pays for all the bad choices we made with the fun guys. And really, if you want to know which one you are, it's, is she making you wait or not? I mean, that's when the rubber meets the road, that's what it is. And that's kind of the challenge you get with a lot of the conservatives, right? Because they basically tell men to get cucked in a way, because the Christian guys, they always bail out the ex-whores, and then they have to pay a higher price than men in the past paid. Because if you buy a car, right, and you're buying a used car, you're not really getting cucked if you got it for free, right? That's really not cucking. But it is cucking if you had to pay 10 grand for a ring and everybody else got to ride for free. So, women, but we don't understand that this is an insult to men. So it's funny because women will try to remarket this and say, no, I made you wait because I liked you. And the translation really is, I made you wait because I saw you as more of a sucker and you would put up with these high prices. And men, they're waking up to this BS, right? They're kind of understanding the game, and it's mostly because we tell on ourselves, and we not only, like in this case, this girl won, right? She charged her boyfriend the high price, he paid it. But then we do a victory lap. She couldn't just shut the F up forever about it. Just take your W. That's what the women in the past did. They would bang the sailors back in the day, and then the sailors would go away, and then they'd marry the guy at the high school or whatever. But so back in the day, women would take that to their grave, right? They would allow their husbands to live in peace. But we're so drunk on power that we're like scammers bragging about how we scammed and knowing that we still will have a buyer. That's the equivalent, I think there's some level of respect in women lying for a lifetime. I mean, it at least shows she fears her husband, right? It at least shows I'm a little bit afraid of this guy. But when women are just saying whatever on a podcast, it just shows that she knows she's with a guy that will put up with damn near anything.
So simply, it's like, how about the year or 2 years in between from meeting them? Like, how about all of that time, Andrew? Let me explain that to him. What did I do in that time? I worked on myself.
Let's say you were celibate the entire time.
Yeah, and
it still seems from Bob's perspective that Jim got a better deal.
Well, if fucking Bob is a piece of shit, then yeah, he's gonna have that.
Yeah, so that's the equivalent. So now she's saying you're a piece of shit because you don't want to pay high prices. You are the bad guy. And this is why, it's really better for men to just assume all women are whores, because that's how you get got. Like, that's how you get got this is what I keep trying to reiterate. By believing you're going to be married forever, that's how you get got. By believing a woman's not a whore, that's how you get got. It's better to assume that this is a terrorist. She's going to fuck you over at some point, sooner or later. And that she's an absolute whore. And if you have that as the baseline, maybe she could prove otherwise in the future, but I just wouldn't bet on it.
Perspective. And guess what?
How does that make him a piece of shit?
Because it's like, why wouldn't you respect that? Like, I made a mistake and I want to do better. Why wouldn't you respect that? I don't understand.
So, okay, well, here, let's take
now, again, she could say it was a mistake and I want to do better, and that's totally fine. How many mistakes was it? Do you know what I mean? It's like one mistake, the men can even, they might be annoyed this guy got a better deal, but most guys, one body, they're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll pay the high price because that is not that's not on the market nowadays. But when it's Jim, Bob, Tyrone, Tyrese, Gavin, the musician, and the list goes on and on, they're just thinking, well, how many times did you give away this for free? I also think that's what women mean when they say that I didn't know my worth. The translation is I didn't know how much free stuff I could have gotten if I knew how much I was worth when I was young.
Logic to his conclusion then. Okay, let's say you had fucked 100 guys in a single night, but you took accountability for it. Why wouldn't he respect that? Why wouldn't he?
Okay, but you can't just compare.
Why wouldn't he?
Nah, Andrew, don't make that noise because you can't just compare.
Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he respect that?
I've heard this argument from you many times before, and you can't just compare. You cannot just compare.
Answer the question. Answer the question.
All right, ask it one more time. Go ahead. What makes? Okay, go ahead.
Why wouldn't he respect it anyway? Even if you
I think this girl on the left is one of the most attractive girls I've seen on whatever. I wonder, you guys should slide in her DM. She's cute. She's cute.
took all that accountability, why?
Because of the number.
Right, but so all you're saying is that. So what's the proper number? If you've done this 5 times, is that too many?
You're asking me?
Yeah, if you had slept with a guy in the first week 5 times, that's too many. But 100
Well,
times,
I think what's really telling it's like
Yeah, so women that can wait for sex, that means they don't want your genetic material that bad. Because look, back in the caveman days, the women would have to pounce. Like they'd have to ride they'd have to throw the punani at the king, right? That was their one shot. If she's not doing that, it's just not you, it's somebody else. And even if a woman's never done that, there's always a guy that a woman would do that for, always. Assuming women have morals, it's just gonna that's how you get screwed, fellas.
Yeah, we can make mistakes, but it's how we move forward. Like I think somebody else said this earlier. It's how we move forward from that, right? So maybe I slept with 100 guys, right? And then I'm celibate for, you guys say celibate, for 10 years. For 10 years. And I took all of that time. Maybe I went to therapy. Maybe I started going to the gym. Maybe I started eating healthy, meditating. It's like, that's really telling. It's like,
yeah, but when that dude hears that you plowed 100 dudes in a night, isn't he going to go,
no,
no matter how much time?
Yeah, see, again, women, it would at least be more respectful if women shut up about it. Do you know what I mean? Because if she banged, I don't know, 5 dudes, 10 dudes, whatever it is, the odds of them knowing each other, I mean, in this day and age with dating apps, social media, it's pretty low. So if she just shut up, her boyfriend could live a peaceful life. She could give her boyfriend the illusion, right? He could live a happy life. But instead, she doubles down, goes on a podcast, and tells everybody, hey, I scammed my boyfriend. I scammed him. I got it. Social media, I feel bad for you fellas. It's just a humiliation ritual. It's not that women in the past were different. I mean, genealogy records will show that, but it's that, they at least allowed the men to have a peaceful life,
No, not a man that's up to my standards. No, absolutely not.
So the man who's up to your standards is a man who could look past you sleeping with 100 dudes in a single night.
That's kind of hard to answer because that's hypothetical.
Is it?
It's hypothetical. So I'm like trying to apply it to my scenario.
Would you be okay?
So what if you had slept with a guy the first week 7 times? Should your man be able to see past that?
Wait, one guy 7 times in 1 week. That's what.
No. 7 different guys.
Oh, in
the
1
first week you met him. Yeah.
Like I said, I think it's the telling of what you do afterwards. And how about your religion? Like, I don't know. Does Christianity exactly do what's it called?
Oh no, Christianity, they love born again hoes. I mean, they love them. If I had to tell an ex, hoe to go anywhere, I would say, yep, Christianity. That's where you want to go. And I would, somebody asked me the other day, they were like, would you tell her to like, what would you tell her to do? And I'm like, nowadays, if you want the best outcome, I would start an OnlyFans at 18. I wouldn't put your face in it. I would make $1 million, and then I would retire, and then I would go to church, obviously, and then, never tell anyone about it ever. In terms of pragmatism, like, Sophie Rain, we can't say that she's not winning. She, I see men rationalizing in her comment section that she's smart because she's basically sold bikini pictures on OnlyFans. Men fight for women to be whores almost more than women fight to be whores. Because they have to rationalize their wives. They do. They have to rationalize their future wives. So yeah, that's what Sophie Rain, I mean, honestly, she'll probably get a decent husband. And with $50 million, I'd say she won. I would say she is the winner in today's society. In terms of you get the most freedom, the most money, and the ability to still get attention from high value guys. You may think that she doesn't. But in girl world, she does. And by the way, this is not a morality component. I mean, there's got to be some Bible verse saying that you're not rewarded on earth, like it's like the devil's world or something. I'm not that religious, so I don't know. But there's got to be a Bible verse that says that. Whenever I come to these conclusions, I don't know what it is, but the Bible thumpers, they always come in and say there's a verse that says that. I don't know. I could be talking out of my ass.
Go and tell your sins. Do they do that?
Confession.
Of course, confession. And yes,
Yeah.
look, I'm all for people reforming, and I think it's still much
All right,
more
so
noble.
I really
I
feel
think
like
it's much more noble to move towards reforming, absolutely, and stopping the bad behavior.
Yeah.
I just don't think that it actually gives any protection against the judgment against the behavior. Meaning, like,
okay.
I don't give a shit if you're the most pious Christian woman in the world, right? If you slept with 100 dudes in a night, I ain't ever going to date you, no matter what.
Right.
I don't care. I don't, maybe by the grace of God, thank God he forgave you, right?
Right.
And I'm not going to hold it against you. I just also I'm not going to date you.
Hey, and that's okay, Andrew. We need people like you in this world, and we need people of the other duality in this world as well. So
Stamps?
yeah, shit. We need both polarities. Like we really do. There's not one right formula to life. Like and you are not superior to a man.
Just for fun, I'm going to rate all these women. Facially 4 because she's young, 5. Facially 4 because we're in America, 5. 6. Maybe a 7 because we're in America and everyone's fat. Facially 5, but she might be old. I can't tell. 4 or 5. The problem is when you get the heavy makeup, I can't tell how old these broads are. I'm gonna say maybe 5.5. Holy crap, a 4 with big boobs. Facially 6. She's kind of fat. 4. 5, 4. No, probably 5 for her age. 4. This girl's like a 6.5, 7. If she got rid of the dreads, she'd be a 7. I can't see her body, but she looks not fat. This girl, I would put it like an 8, to be honest. 8.5. She just has a very good waist to hip, as long as she's not wearing shapewear or any of that bullshit. The girl right here before her, sorry, I skipped one. 4, I think. I think 4 or 5, but she's young, 6. The problem is all women pretty much start at 6s. So, like, a woman in the dating market will be a 20-year-old 6, even if facially she's like a 4 or 5, but because she's young, she's up to a 6. But she's still in her age cohort. She's like a 4. So if she's competing for like the high value guys or the popular guys on a campus, she's going to feel like a 4 in that cohort. But then if you go to general society, she could still get on yachts and all that bullshit.
Because you make a different decision. Like in your Bible,
I'd say this girl's hot enough to talk to celebrities. This girl's hot enough. Maybe this, I bet this girl's a thirst trapper. So she probably catfishes to get in the door. Hot enough. Maybe if this girl catfishes. We can't say catfishing doesn't work. I got to be honest, guys. Because here's the thing. If women get in the door, that means there's a chance. It's kind of like lying on a resume. If you get in the door, there's a chance. That might not be a good chance. The employer might be deceived. But the reason women catfish so heavy is because it works, right? We a lot of times we try to moralize things, which has its purpose, right? But on this channel, I like to go off of what works, what does not work.
It says all men are created equal, and
I'm superior to any man.
I said
who
you're
would date
not.
A woman who slept on purpose with 100 men in a single night.
Now, if you think you're superior to anybody else on this earth, I think that kind of defies your logic a bit, because your
Why?
Bible says all men are created equal, does it not?
Where?
I don't fucking know. It's not my Bible. Look it up, though. Look it up.
That's the Declaration of Independence, you dope. Not the Bible.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Quote it. You have to read it.
I did read the Bible. I actually was in church for years.
So what Andrew's trying to
tell me
say?
anywhere. I'll tell you what. I'll even let you Google it.
Okay.
Tell me where in the Bible it says all men are created equal.
Okay.
Okay, what's your question? Go
I
ahead.
have a question. So according to his analogy or whatever, if a
Her
woman
voice made her lose a point. Lower.
slept with 100 men and then she repents, would God forgive her? If
Yes.
you're okay, so you
Yes.
think you're more superior than God, and you think
How
you're
would-
you
how
can
is
I
that
finish my
superior if you
question,
say I'm
please?
superior? Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think that your opinion is more important and more superior than God's opinion? Do you think you offer a better heaven than God could? Because he says he would forgive anybody, even if you murder
Wait,
someone.
Andrew, let me jump in really quick here.
No, I just want to make sure I got this right. There's a chomo, a kid diddler, and he's on death row. He diddled 10,000 children. He repents and he's forgiven. Do you think you're better than him?
Honestly,
Hang on. Let me
when
finish.
no,
I want to
okay.
make sure you do not think you're better than that person, right? You're same.
Honestly, I think that you shouldn't answer my question with another question. I don't appreciate that at all, because I feel like we've been
Okay, well, then let me
answering.
answer your question. Yes,
Yeah.
but when we're talking about the idea of superiority, we obviously have a different definition of what that means. So now answer mine, please.
What was your answer?
Are you the same as a man?
No, I didn't say what was your question.
Yes, you did say same.
I said no. I
Not
said what's your
superior, Not
answer?
inferior to a man who diddled 1,000 children. Are you the
See,
same?
you're not answering my question though. So why should I answer
literally
yours?
said the word yes. What part of yes?
What-
did you not
yes,
understand?
what?
That's
I didn't
Y-E-S, it's
understand
3
it.
letters. Yes.
I didn't
Yes, again.
Yes,
Yes,
what?
I'm superior to them. Yes.
No, that's not what I
Now my
asked
turn.
though.
Now
That
it's my
wasn't
turn.
my
So now that I
question,
answered
though.
your question 14
Yo,
times.
Andrew,
That wasn't my
whoever hasn't
question,
sinned,
though.
whoever hasn't sinned, cast the first
Yeah, so then that's what women always use against you. You've sinned after they've done 20 things and you've done 1.
stone. So you think
That's not
how
my
does that
question,
apply to
though.
that logic?
One thing
logical
really
statement
quick
you said?
here. So yeah, under religion, people who have committed crimes or people who have a sordid past can be saved by Christ. Men do not need to then disregard a woman's baggage when he's making a dating determination.
See,
Like
I'm
a
not
Christian
saying
man
that.
doesn't need to be like, well, she's been forgiven or saved by Christ, ergo I must date her.
I got a question.
Men can still, even Christian men,
Would never question her salvation.
Hey, I have a question.
But if I followed your logic, you have to understand that if you really believe, like she believes,
No, I
right?
didn't.
And
I
this
didn't. I
idea
feel
of
like
moral-
honestly,
okay,
this whole show,
well then-
like people just put words in my mouth.
Wait, Andrew.
Wait, what? What did
is
I
that
do?
is that a rage quit?
Her body, I'd actually give her another point.
Are you
She's a good
I'm
body.
just
rage
pointing
quit?
out the entailment
Yeah, women get too frustrated. We can't really handle debates.
of the logic here. It's like,
Wait, Andrew. Yo, I have
That's
one
called
question
a
for
crash
you though.
out.
just come back, sit down, don't worry.
Andrew, are you listening?
yes.
What would Jesus do?
Here, if you're gonna talk, you got to come back to the table. So just go ahead,
You mean,
just sit.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, take a seat.
It's like modern women literally are crybabies. They literally throw temper tantrums.
Are you familiar with the concept of the Holy Trinity?
Yes, I am.
So you
Yeah. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you like the video. Please subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you next time.